So one of the dystopian worlds is described by Brave New World. So we could just be stuck scrolling Instagram, looking at cute puppies or worse, and then talking to bots that are giving us a narrative, and we completely get lost in that world that's controlled by somebody else, but versus thinking independently. And that's a major concern as we rely more and more on these kinds of systems.
I mean, we've already seen this with recommendation systems.
Yeah, recommendation systems hack the dopamine-induced reward circuit, but the brain is a lot more complicated. And what other sort of circuits, quote unquote, feedback loops in your brain can you hack slash subvert in ways like recommendation systems are purely just trying to do, increase time and ads and et cetera. But there's so many more goals that can be achieved through these complicated models.
There's no reason in some number of years that you can't train a language model to maximize time spent on a chat app. Like right now they are trained.
I mean, is that not what character AI has done? Their time per session is like 2 hours.
Yeah, character AI very likely could be optimizing this, where it's like the way that this data is collected is naive, where it's like you're presented a few options and you choose them, but that's not the only way that these models are going to be trained.
It's naive stuff like talk to an anime girl, but like it can be like, yeah, this is a risk, right? Like
it's a bit of a cliche thing to say, but I've over the past year had a few stretches of time where I didn't use social media or the internet at all, and just read books and was out in nature, and it clearly has an effect on the mind, where like it changes. Like I feel like I'm returning. Of course, I was raised before the internet really took off, but I'm returning to some more.
I know where you're going. I mean, you can see it physiologically. Like I take 3 days if I'm like backpacking or something, and you're literal like you're breaking down addiction cycles.
I feel like I'm more in control of my mind. There feels like a sovereignty of intelligence that's happening when I'm disconnected from the internet. I think the more I use the internet and social media, the more other people are controlling my mind. That's definitely a feeling. And then in the future, that will be not other people, but algorithms, or other people presented to me via algorithms.
There are already tons of AI bots on the internet, and right now it's not frequent, but every so often I have replied to one and they're instantly replies, and I'm like, crap, that was a bot. And that is just going to become more common. Like they're going to get good.
One of the hilarious things about technology over its history is that the illicit adult entertainment industry has always adopted technologies first,
Yeah.
right? Whether it was like video streaming,
Yeah.
to like where there's now the like sort of like independent adult illicit content creators who have their subscription pages, and there they actually heavily utilize generative AI has already been like diffusion models and all that is huge there, but now these like these subscription based individual creators do use bots to approximate themselves and chat with their whales.
People pay a lot for it,
and people pay a lot, right? It's a lot of times it's them, but there are agencies that do this for these creators and do it like on a like mass scale. So the largest creators are like able to talk to hundreds or thousands of like people at a time because of these bots. And so it's already being used there. Obviously, like video streaming and other technologies have gone there first. It's going to come to the rest of society too.